Alright, y'all. In this video, I'm gonna be yapping about Mario 64 because I just recently beat the game again. Maybe I don't know if I beat the game as a kid. I can't remember. But what matters is I recently beat it again, and I want to yap about it. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so I played this game on an emulator instead of my Switch because, well, if you go on to the Switch store, it's nowhere to buy individually, and they released a bundle with Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. That is no longer for sale. You're gonna have to buy it from someone else if you want to play that version of the game. So the only way to play it on Switch is to pay for the $50 a year subscription for Nintendo Online Plus or Extra or whatever. I don't want to do that, and I really don't like that. I wish you can play the game normally, just buy the game off of the eShop for the Switch, but they just don't let you do that. You have to pay for a subscription to play the game, which is silly. But yeah, that's why I'm playing on an emulator. So when it comes to me playing this game, I've played it before a bunch of times as a kid on emulators, ironically, on my phone. I used to have a little cheap Android, and I knew how to emulate games on it. I used to play Mario 64 all the time on that. And eventually I did get my hands on my own N64, and I played it on an N64 also as a kid. I just, once again, I can't remember if I ever fully finished it as a kid. But yeah, so I have, even though I am much younger than this game, I unironically have nostalgia for it because I played it a lot before. Alright, before I get to glazing the game, I do want to talk about some of the bad stuff, because this game does have some things that really aged badly. And number one has to be the camera. If you know anything about this game, you know the camera can be really wonky, and because I was playing on an Xbox controller, because I was playing on an emulator, it was even worse. So the camera, you could move it left and right, and then you could do this semi first person mode. And on the N64 controller, it was on buttons. It was on the C buttons. It was up, down, left, right. There were buttons, but moving it with a joystick makes it even weirder. And even then, buttons to move a camera is just weird, and it can be really annoying sometimes. And the other thing would be the controls. The controls. Now that's a hot take, because camera, everybody that plays Mario 64 knows the cameras. It takes time to get used to. The controls, now people, preach about how good Mario controls in this game. And I will say, if you compare it to other games like Bubsy 3D at the time or some shit, yeah, sure, he controls amazing. But I'm talking about in 2026, man. If you've played Mario Odyssey, then this game is gonna feel like shit, because Mario can be really weird to control sometimes, and there are a lot of moments where, like in the rainbow, I don't know if it's called Rainbow Road, but where you go on this magic carpet on a rainbow and you just have to dodge obstacles while standing on it. Stuff like that can just be so annoying because of how weird Mario feels to control in the game. Again, it's not horrible, but it's definitely worse than most modern Mario games. It is something that is annoying. And then another thing that sucks is some of the levels, especially towards the end game, where like I said, that rainbow carpet level, that one really sucked. I really didn't like the Egypt level. That shit was annoying, but that's just because I died a lot in some pretty stupid ways. But yeah, some of the levels can really suck, especially towards the end, and that is like a 1-2 combo with the fact that you need 70 stars to beat the game. There's 120 stars in the game, so that's a little bit over half, and getting those last couple stars, that shit was a drag. It was a drag, especially since you get 50 stars and unlock the final area, and then you only get 2 more levels, and one of those 2 levels is the stupid rainbow level, which sucks balls. So it's like, fuck, it makes it difficult to get 20 more stars after that. And yeah, it could be really annoying. Either way, the 70 star thing is like probably the least bad thing out of all of them. Yeah, you can convince me 70 stars is fine. It's just I wish it was more 60. And the power-ups. I really don't like the power-ups in this game. There's only 3 power-ups to my knowledge. There's the invisibility, cap, the wing cap that lets you fly, and then the Metal Mario cap. My favorite would have to be the Metal Mario simply because of the music. The music is amazing with that power up. But yeah, for the most part, these power-ups are pretty situational and they're not really that like fun to use. But yeah, that's pretty much all the bad that I can think of right now. Alright, so when it comes to the good things about the game, like I was saying with the Metal Mario cap, the music is amazing. I really love the music from Mario 64. And it has a lot of charm. The whole game has a lot of charm to it, and the graphics have aged pretty well. If you know anything about retro games, you know that the more realistic they try to look, the more shitty they look in the future. But obviously this game is not going for that look, and it still looks good to this day. And then when it comes to the levels, even though I did say some of them sucked, most of them are really good. Like really good. A lot of them are good, and the stars can be super fun to get when they're done right. Some levels are just like, I end my suffering, bro. Some of those levels made it such a pain in the ass to get some stars, especially with the 100 coin stars, where you have to collect 100 coins in a level. That shit could be annoying. And especially because wherever you collect that last coin, that's where the star spawns. So if you collect that last coin in a fucked up spot, yeah, good luck getting the star. But yeah, besides that, the most of the levels are really good. And I don't think this is the first time Mario has ever been voice acted, but for a mainline major Mario game, this is the first time you ever really hear him with a voice. And it's pretty good.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
Him and Peach are both voice acted. They're both voice acted, and it sounds really nice. It's simple but iconic. Everybody knows Mario's voice at this point, and this game is a big reason why. But yeah, when it comes to this game, you know, I do think it's a good game. There is just like those things I said that were really goddamn annoying to get through, like, all the other bad things. That's why I recorded this video in the first place, because you know, people love this game and act like it's perfect, but there's some fucking annoying things. But it's good. It's a good ass game. But I would say compared to the rest of the 3D Marios, this is unironically probably the worst one to play now. I got it. No, Super Mario Sunshine is the game that came out after this, and that one is the one that I know I haven't beaten. Even as a kid, I never beat it. So maybe that game might be worse, but I highly doubt it. I do feel like this is probably the worst 3D Mario. Still a good game. I don't think there's a single bad mainline 3D Mario game, but definitely the weakest out of them all, especially because of just how much it's aged out. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I just wanted to yap about the game for a bit. I don't know if I should give it like a score, because this is kind of like a review thing, I guess. I am talking. If I were to give it a number 1 through 10, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Some people, that shit might be blasphemous to some people, but playing it now, it's a 7 out of 10. It's just good. There is a lot of annoying things about it that drag it down a bit. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Peace out.
Thank you so much for playing my game.